Howdy folks, welcome back to the Route 66 Overwatch Cup. I'm LD, he's ZP. We've got a game on our hands. It's been a long break, but we figured out the server issue, ZP. We're into it now. It's FAZE versus Cloud9, and I think it's shot bet time. What's it going to be?
So for me, I got C9 here.
All right, you got C9. I'll take FAZE. Loser does a shot of the green stuff.
The green stuff. All right, not the hot stuff.
I mean, it's pretty hot.
I mean,
from
it's
what
hot,
I've
but
heard.
it's not like the super hot stuff.
Well, we'll save that for the grand final.
Okay, that's fair.
When we don't need our voices anymore, or at least I don't. All right, guys, into the game we go. This is the winner bracket finals. Winner of this game will be guaranteed. Uh-oh. No UI. Can we pause? Do we need to pause? Or, no, I don't know.
Might need to, but
If they actually don't... They're saying never mind, so...
I guess we're good.
Oh. Awkward time to ask for the players to decide, I guess, but it seems like
Yeah,
we're
they are in the
moving
middle
in.
of their first fight. It's been one of those days, but you see FaZe right now trying to struggle and catch up with C9's positioning. Too easy. Able to take out Mendo for first pickoff. Rib firing right back. 5v5 here on the point. Shadowburn is down, though, and that bodes well for C9.
Factor Fiction moving into position, but it's not going to matter. C9 do take the point off the bat. Shadowburn brought down fairly early in this one, and now they're going to try to reset. They get off a good fire strike here. Reinhardt getting pumped up and ready to go, and he's waiting for the hammer that will knock him down. Ride them with the charge fall. Great control, but breaking it down. Now finding the fire strike. It hits everyone. Big opportunity, and Shadowburn able to clutch it.
Shadowburn got back to that fight a little bit late. And Factor Fiction used that 14 HP before getting saved by that sound barrier, so that very easily could have broken the other way. It's going to be FaZe taking the first fight here right away from C9. But take a look at Adam. Adam already going to have sound barrier up here for the second fight. Was able to build up quite a bit as Lucio, so C9 should be able to fight this right back.
Yeah, Mendo moving in pretty early, but he is going to retreat away for the time being. They are sweeping around outdoors, looking to get onto the point and force a reaction here. Factor Fiction back into the fold. Shadowburn just currently out of sorry, not Shadowburn. Mendo out of commission for a moment here. Now Shadowburn taking a nap. Will they be able to finish him off? Factor Fiction still holding the point for now with the Earth Shatter available. Can really shut down this Reaper. Mendo again controlled. The charge in going to bring down Adam. Finally, Mendo will get the opening.
Pretty back and forth on both sides, but it's going to be C9 getting just a little bit more value. The sleep on Shadowburn early on that fight, so crucial. They're able to remove him from the fight early as a result of that. And even though both Reinhardts got traded out, Earth Shatters, C9 just had way too much of an advantage at that point. Big advantage is Mendo here, just going to sit in this corner, hoping that all of FaZe runs through. Don't know if he's going to get what he's looking for, but he goes, looks at the other side and says, you know what, I'll take this too.
He says, screw it, I'm going in anyway. Finds 2 off the bat, almost 3, driving the enemy Reaper back. And now surging in, one Zombs as well, but he will be taken down. Shadowburn also falling in turn, though. It's a clean 6-man wipe, only losing Mendo for that, and not even committing very many ults there.
So both teams trading off shots with each other here. Very even, 56 to 44. And take a look at how the next fight is going to work out here. Very well could flip again. FaZe with a very significant ult advantage going into this next fight. For C9, they're going to have to try and get a pickoff or interrupt this death ball at least a little bit before they go in, because if they get a good ground time, that should be all they need. Cheerforward looking for that pickoff. Deadeye on the way. Going to be putting FaZe into a corner.
Puts them in a corner, but they are perhaps going to bust out as they do have access to the Graviton Surge. Charging in, Zombs looking for the opening. Not finding it just yet, going to shield his Reaper, who goes the other way, while meanwhile he drops the Graviton. Are they going to get the follow-up? Now Shadowburn back into the fold, and it looks like with the Death Blossom should be able to grab this point.
Shadowburn moving in, able to take down Adam there, and honestly that fight pretty much over with Too Easy getting the early pickoff on the roll. From there, it was just FaZe able to snowball it through. Not even sure they even hit the Graviton. It was just good stuff by Too Easy for that early pickoff. And now, FaZe, they're going to have to win every fight from here on out, but it's only going to be 2 major team fights, so a lot of options for them, and still a lot of power in their way. Shadowburn is going to be looking for this ambush death blossom.
Shadowburn, will he find the opening? Gets the Zarya shield, makes it a triple kill. Just absolutely cleaving through the back line. 4 dead, they will have to reset. They commit 2 ults here, but CP, we've seen it more and more as the tournament's gone later. Good discipline not to overcommit.
Absolutely. In Factor Fiction, one of the more devastating Reinhardts in the game is going to be holding on to that Earth Shatter here as C9 comes out. So he could be a real X factor here. For C9, they're going to have to rely on Kai. That moved in pretty early. Mendo also can get Death Blossom pretty early as well. So if Mendo can get around the flank, he'll be very good here for C9.
Gets the Graviton Surge off and sucks in quite a few The beat dropped to the defensively to try and cover this, while Mendo, meanwhile, moving onto the site, but he's already lost 3 teammates. Can he really do it alone? Death Blossom available, and he's slapped and completely taken out of commission in the middle of all this. A snooze for Mendo, and then a trip into the wall. Just smashed against the boards, and he will break there.
And the problem there for C9 it just took Mendo far too long to get around the outside. By the time he was coming in, the fight was really winding out. But Ribs, trying to be the hero here towards the end, swings a hammer, has picked up 2, ends up picking up 3. Ribs in great position to make the most of this runner. Is it going to be 4? Running after Shadowburn. Shadowburn very lucky not to go down there, so...
They've got to get back on the point. They do manage to touch it as too easy. Swapping over the Tracer. He's going to die for it, though. Shadowburn, it's his turn to move in. Wraithing forward, but he's likely going down in just a moment. He will drop. Not even sure if anyone else will be able to get on that point. They commit the Reinhardt. Factor Fiction immediately collapsing on the point. And then Mendo cleaning house with the Death Blossom right there to just continue swinging that hammer. And it's just trickling in one by one. FaZe going to drop the first map.
Nano Boost or no, that was probably a little too much to give up to Rib there. I mean, Rib's a great rider, but just getting 3 people swinging his hammer around, that kind of rough there on the FaZe side. That was a fight they really should have been able to take. C9, though, able to draw some heroism from unexpected sources, and as a result, they go up 1 round to start things off here versus FaZe.
Checking in.
Alrighty, so we are heading here to the Sanctum stage. Louis Shadowburn on the Reaper once more. Mendo going to be on the Reaper, no McCree's here. But interesting enough, we will have Surefour in here on the May, going to be looking for that extra bit of control.
All right, definitely something different. Surefour, probably one of the most versatile players out there. We've seen him pretty much play everything from the projectile DPSers, the hybrid classes, and of course, very well known for his hit scan play. Great Maywall to start things off, though. He will set up the initial kill on Zombs and really paves the way for Cloud9.
Already a 65 for C9 and FaZe, they know it. They're backing off here. I don't think they're going to invest too much in this. Key thing here is not to get split up by Surefour. Surefour drops the wall once more. FaZe, a little bit of trouble right now.
They see Kai, but they really can't go in, down a couple of heroes. And again, the wall drop. Surefour is doing work here early on the May and showing just how powerful that hero can be.
Anytime you can split someone off and get the early pick off, it just makes it so hard for the other team to actually come back in. And he's got Elevator up right in the 2-easy. 2-easy though having none of it, just 2-shotting Surefour. So Surefour's Gambit not necessarily paying off. But the rest of C9 still doing work. It's Rib once more, 2 kills, and bye-bye 2-easy. Goes for the long fall. Did he catch the name of that, Adam?
Goes down with the ship, and they still hold the point convincingly at that. So Cloud9 looking hot here. The new roster really gelling nicely against the staunch opponent in FaZe. They're fairly far forward, pretty aggressive posture, and they now have access to the nano boost for Raucus. Could combine it relatively soon with Shadowburn's ultimate potentially, as FaZe will try to get back in, but they can walk right into a Graviton Surge. Mendo could come in and really cause chaos here, but no, he's already dropped. He didn't manage to get off the Death Blossom. It's going to be up to Kai to hang on to this point as long as possible. A pretty even back and forth, a 3v4 is now a 3v3, losing one more. Can they hang on? Factor Fiction charging in.
Love to see. It's going to be a nano boosted Zarya. Kai looking to melt some faces. Not quite getting as much as he wants. Ends up waking up Shadowburn. Shadowburn holding on to that Death Blossom too. And he's getting a nano boost of his own. Goes in and Surefour stops him. The ice wall absolutely on point.
Wants to freeze him. He'll do it too. Completely denied on the point. Great play from him. As we do see Zombs coming in, Graviton Surge about ready, about half energy so far, but he's got to deal with that pesky Surefour May, causing all kinds of problems here. No Blizzard right now, too easy, tired of his shenanigans on the Tracer and looking to really punish him, coming in from behind, trying to bring down roll, but he gets sniped again! Surefour, headshot after headshot, wall after wall. May is Bay indeed for Cloud9 here.
Shadowburn just going to get caught out again. The walls from Surefour have been beauty. Sets up Kai for the Graviton. Everyone in on that group hug. And C9 just finishing it out with style. We talk about May being one of the better heroes in the game that control fights. And that was a masterclass of control coming out there from Surefour. Pretty sure it's actually Tasumi on that account right now and not Surefour. Because that was definitely Tasumi level play.
That was a little better than the normal Surefour.
It was his alter ego, man.
Oh man, that was impressive May play. And after that, it looks like he's considering staying on it. Big switch up here, though. Now Shadowburn going to grab the Genji as we do head outdoors to the tower. Forsaken over to the Zen as well, so really looking to amplify Shadowburn. More of a dive comp with Factor Fiction on the Winston and too easy on the Tracer, so pretty big swap up, but you can see the versatility here as Tatsumi going to take over that Genji.
I don't think we're going to be seeing Surefour stand the Genji here. He's up against Factor Fiction's Winston, and there's a Zen and all the rest. This is really not conducive to him having a good Genji game. I think he's going to swap up. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but if C9 loses the fight, I'd probably expect him to go to D3.
Shadowburn behind multiple enemy heroes. He gets the first dash reset. This is where he could really start to heat up. Moving now onto the Lucio of Adam. Can he finish him off? Great tracking there. We'll bring him down. Now dashing off the wall, climbing back up. Just trying to duke it out. Versus Surefour. He'll get him with a little cut from the dagger. Brings him down, forces them back, and secures the point. Well, they lost their Winston so early with Factor Fiction getting slept and then 5-man dogpiled, but it works out anyway.
All right, so we do have a swap up from Surefour. It's not to McCree, it's to a Winston. So that Winston will be applying pressure to Shadowburn. And Surefour showing his tendency nowadays to really flex on the tanks more often when the situation calls for it. It's going to put a lot of pressure here on Mendo to really carry here on DPS.
Well, Zom's getting roasted a bit, but okay for now as Shadowburn gets to work with that blade, trying to bring down Zarya. Can't quite do it. Being focused now, Surefour has found the answer. Will shut down and isolate the Genji. Now working on a very high-flying Lucio, but eventually we all come back to earth, and Raucus, his time to end up crashing down as Forsaken moves into position. They do have a Transcendence ready now. Zom's also with a Graviton Surge, but not a whole lot to combo this with as far as damage goes just yet, CP.
So Mendo, the key for him is to get in a little bit early here before he's getting isolated out. Mendo actually was flying very early on here. Factor Fiction being timely aggressive. Soundbarrier in here from C9, but there's stuck that Graviton. Pulse Bomb going in. No one dying here just yet. Too easy combo, so C9 hanging in there. Both fights looking at Mendo breaking through with the Death Blossom.
Arrived there to assist him as they get onto the point and look to maintain control. Already up to 33 and rising. A dead heat here with Cloud9 on match point in the best of 5 for this particular map. And it looks like they, for now, continue to hold, though. It's not uncontested. Surefour trying to bring down Raucus, extremely low skating around the building. And we'll end up seeing the Lucio fall, so they maintain control. And Shadowburn still doesn't have that sword ready to go. The blade, Dragon Blade, not available just yet. So this might be another hold coming up for Cloud9 if they can combo these ults properly.
Surefour on the Winston has been making Shadowburn a priority, and now it's been working at isolating him and not letting him do quite as much as he wants. And take a look at Surefour here. He's also going to have the Primal Rage up as well. So we'll see how he handles this here in terms of trying to get knockoffs and all the rest. But here comes FaZe.
Shadowburn immediately the focus. He gets shielded, though. They're going to keep him alive as long as possible. Leaping in onto Forsaken, and now does commit the Primal Rage. Starts battering around. That Zarya will finish him off, and simultaneously we're going to see Shadowburn look for kills with the blades, but it's right into Mendo, and he'll bring him down with the shotguns. Quick kill for him. Now the Pulse Bomb follow-up to try and counter this, but he too will fall too easy, doing as much as he can, but unable to reclaim the point, and they are going to have to back off from the looks of things.
Really nice kill coming out from Mendo there. The catch Shadowburn, mid-dash, take him out. Not always the best matchup there for Reaper, depending on how the Reaper engages it. But here we go. Lake Graviton in here for FaZe. Last-ditch effort. They do pick up 2 kills, and they're going to try and reverse this back.
They do have the Primal Rage ready. Good dodge there as Rib charging in, but going to be focused quite a bit, and will be brought down. They recap successfully. Mendo didn't get off the Death Blossom in that fight. Not sure if it would have been enough to turn it, but they are going to have to reset now.
So you do have a swap from Surefour. He goes from the Winston to the Tracer. I think he was going to the Tracer just to try and secure that for C9. Didn't quite work out that way. So we'll see if he stays on if this fight fails, but he's going to be coming out on the left flank as the rest of C9 comes to the right.
Meanwhile, Forsaken getting focused almost immediately, but not going to drop down. Just some chip damage for now. Spamming, and we're going to see Factor Fiction wrapping around. He pounces in. He's got his own Primal Rage to work with. Mendo trying to latch onto him with the shotguns. He will commit it. Good timing there as he's down to about 100 health. Begins the jungle Mendo, but Mendo still doing a lot of damage, so he's down to 300 health. Has to back away. Mendo will end up dropping, though, and Shadowburn left free to roam. He's got a Death Blossom. Not going to use it just yet, though.
Too easy with 3 kills in this fight. Really good transition stuff coming up from Too Easy. Should have another Pulse Bomb up here in a moment, and it's going to all come down now, LG, to one final decisive fight. Shurford wasn't able to get quite as much on Tracer as he's looking for, but he also has his Pulse Bomb up, and here's the important thing. Kai can have a Graviton. The question is here, will C9 be able to get back onto the point in time? They're still streaming in, so Kai's not going to be there for quite a while. Mendo doesn't care, starts spinning onto the point.
He is going to commit his ultimate. Shadowburn has his own, patiently waiting, but they do let the point get recapped. Shadowburn has got to get in there relatively soon, waiting for the heals. The beat gets dropped. He's patient. Transcendence, and now they're going to charge in. As the beat starts to drop, Shadowburn hammered down. He will fall. Can they actually hold on to this point? Pulse Bomb now committed. A desperate struggle for Sure4 to maintain control for the squad, and Cloud9 coming out on top here so far.
We're now looking for that final cleanup. Too easy, looking to be a hero. He is outmanned and outgunned right now. Still, though, still alive. You have Rockets on the point with him as well, so it's the last moments here for FaZe as they try and hold on Lijiang. Remember, if they lose this fight, that's going to be it. They will be losing the map as well. C9 will be up 1-0.
Hard to stand on the point when you're up against an angry Reinhardt. Tries to run around in circles, but that Reinhardt nano boost enough to force them off, and Cloud9 3-0 FaZe here on our opening map, Lijiang Tower.
And for C9, you saw a lot of flexibility coming out there. I think the thing that's a little bit surprising to me because, again, historically, you never really saw him do too much. Sure, very willing under the circumstances to flex in the tanks. If necessary, the Winston there on the final point of Lijiang actually did work out pretty well. Also, the May play for Sure4, I feel like he's leveled that up as time has gone on also. Even if you just look at Sure4 streaming nowadays, you see him putting in more time on the May, and I think it's really starting to pay dividends for C9 where for a time for Sure4, it's like, okay, we'll put him in hit scan, we'll put him on projectile DPS, but no, now he's ability to flex the things like May, like Winston, and have it be way more effective than when he tried flexing to those in the past, so really impressive stuff coming out here from C9.
All right, well, nice opening map for Cloud9, where I believe all of Cloud9 have to leave while we host the next game. There's a weird issue with trying to get the right server for the teams, but coming up next is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar, and ZP, this is definitely the first time we've seen this particular map in this tournament. So let's talk a little about Watchpoint Gibraltar. Why aren't we seeing it more, and any kind of change-ups or interesting little quirks to talk about as we go into it?
So the thing about Gibraltar is that Gibraltar, of course, is one of the longer escort maps in the game. And for teams, a lot of teams just don't really enjoy going through the hangar phase. Some teams are very adept at it. C9, definitely one of the teams that really like Gibraltar. In fact, you go back far enough, C9 really made this map their own back in the day when you could run things like Double Winston, but it still gave them a pretty good understanding of how to engage on this map, how to deal with high ground and all the rest. And even though you can't run that particular strategy nowadays, I still think they're pretty comfortable on it. They do like running things like, say, an early Hanzo to get early momentum. And it's a map that, because other teams don't play it as much, it can give C9 an edge in going forward. That said, though, you talk about FaZe going into it, it can be a very good map for Genji and maintaining momentum as well. So when you have a player like Shadowburn on your team, it's not bad either.
All right, so it looks like Cloud9 going to choose defense first. They will temporarily be exiting the lobby here just so we can load in properly onto the correct server. And then we'll get underway with our second map here. It's a best of 3, guys, and Cloud9, should they win this, guaranteed the easier path to the grand finals. They only have to win 1 best of 3 there, not 2. Pretty big deal, ZP. That gives you a much more comfortable road, and you also get to sit back, watch FaZe's games, and maybe do a little bit of extra strategizing on your way in.
And the funny thing about T9 is that this is a position that they've been in quite a bit recently. I think back to a lot of the monthly melees where, for the most part, C9 usually is able to get in from the upper bracket, so C9, very familiar and comfortable territory, and I gotta say our invite game is on point. We just got all of C9 in there, -1 pretty quickly. Just missing Mendo.
All right, so 12 players entering the lobby now. I'm going to be unpausing here momentarily, and we'll get into it. Do you give either team the edge, ZP, as far as this particular map?
I think just going off experience, and I understand for C9 that when I was mentioning their history, of course, they did swap up 3 players, but given that their core is so comfortable on this map, I still give C9 a bit of an edge here. The thing to keep in mind, though, anytime you go against FaZe, is that FaZe is still one of the more variable teams in the game. Shadowburn, while he's pretty consistent, definitely has better days than others. 2Es in particular, extremely variable. So FaZe always has that potential to roll in and have a very strong game. But overall, I probably favor C9 a little bit going into Gibraltar.
All right. I'm excited to see what kind of comp they will be running. We definitely saw they appear to be the more willing to swap and go unconventional, at least on the opening control point map of Lijiang Tower. So waiting on C9 to be ready. FaZe, they will get back in the saddle here, and they'll be opening up on attack. As far as the attack-defense balance on this particular map goes, EP, do you feel it's particularly slanted either way? And are there any like key areas where you can get hung up or have to worry about?
I would say it's momentum-based more so than anything else, where you can watch an offense just roll through a defense if they get a few good early fights, and the defense can fight really hard to struggle. One of the things you get a lot on this map is the spawn points, where if a team is taking the first point, but you have people responding at the first point respawn for the defense, they can actually find it very difficult to get back and actually recover.
All right, Shadowburn for now, showing Hanzo. Has he played much Hanzo before?
Lots of Hanzo. And Shadowburn, his Hanzo has definitely been improving as time has gone on. I don't know if I'd quite put it on the same level as, say, the Hanzo we see of Surefour and Sneak Cloud9, but it's definitely been very good going forward. It's definitely a threat to C9 that they look to avoid really quick. C9, though, again, very depth here at Gibraltar. I think we've seen all manners of defenses from C9 Gibraltar over time, whether they hold the server room, hold on high ground, go to more of a crossfire defense where they have everyone split up. They're adept at moving around here, so we'll see how it works out. But you take a look at FaZe's offense, it's really going to be the idea of double pick comp, where you're either going to get a pick off from your Hanzo or a pick off from your Roadhog. And once you get yourself in that 65 situation, getting through becomes dramatically easier.
All right, so Kai going to join the team here as they are holding back near server room for the time being. And not too aggressively forward. See if they look to move around now. Not running a particularly vertical comp aside from Surefour on the Winston, so again, showcasing his willingness to play whatever the team needs. Triple tank for the time being. Because Shadowburn will get out on the map now and start looking for those opening picks as the Hanzo up to the ramparts he goes. They're hanging very far back.
And for C9, I think this is just the case where they're going to, again, run this triple tank and use it to try and isolate out Shadowburn. I think they're probably expecting the Genji over the Hanzo, but Winston's still not bad at isolating out Hanzo, putting up shields that really make it difficult for him to get really pickoffs. And you see Surefour immediately diving in, but Surefour immediately going down. Too easy is there with the immediate hook and punish. This creates a big opportunity now for FaZe.
Oh, that Factor Fiction fairly low, but getting healed back up. They need to keep that Reinhardt in fighting shape. Mendo could be in a bit of danger here as he tries to Wraith form away, but it's into Factor Fiction's waiting arms. And he will end up bringing him down with the help of the team. Now they push forward, trying to get to this first point very quickly. Dangerously close to an Earthshatter, but no, it's already come out the other direction. It's Rib who takes him for a ride, shuts him down, and might just have saved this early push.
It's still going to be difficult. C9 is still down a whole lot of people. They have to worry about the nano boost here on the point. Zom's still a very big threat. Mendo, though, able to get a kill on the Shadowburn on the back line. C9, powered by Rib, still the real shot of bringing this back now, where really it was FaZe with a gigantic, overwhelming advantage.
Factor Fiction will be getting back into the fold, but the team is going to have to reset a bit as nearly all of them perish or get forced back. They turn just now losing Zom, so that is really going to slow things down. They were close, but probably about the least ideal location for the cart to be, with long respawn relatively for the offense. They'll try to move forward, capture this cart. Can we see a good setup here? They don't have anything to combine with the Sonic Arrow aside from the Earthshatter, or sorry, from the Dragon Strike, I should say. But he lets it go anyway, and he hopes for the best.
On the by the way, we do have Surefour on the Roadhog. Immediately going to get hooked and dispatched by Too Easy once more, so Too Easy having Surefour's number. Still back and forth, 44 between both teams. Mendo was in the back line, has to back out here from Too Easy. Gonna get whole hogged in the back, has no Wraith for him to save him. It's really Too Easy landing hook after hook, opening the door, but his team is dying all around him. The tank play coming up from C9, holding them up at the end. Rib having a monster of a game once more.
This is a really strong hold from FaZe with only 2 minutes to get to the first point. And, you know, generally once you get that much momentum, ZP, we do see teams at least cap the first point, and then if anything, they struggle more indoors. But that has not been the case here. As far as the ultimates to work with, only a sound barrier currently for Forsaken, and not even that close to anything else, so they may not be able to rely on ultimates to push through. Meanwhile, Mendo, he's ready with the Beyblade.
All right, and you take a look here at FaZe. They only have a minute 20 left. This is one of their best options, but the sleep comes in. They accidentally wake him up. Mendo rolling right in, no fear. Death Blossom in, immediately takes out Raucus, and Raucus has to be furious there. He had the sleep dart. It was immediately broken, and Raucus pays for it with his life, and it wasn't even his fault.
Tough call. He was pretty far away. You can't easily count on a sleep dart hitting, but that's the kind of thing that can completely turn the tides of a fight. They will have their own nano boost for this. Rib, though, with the Earthshatter to interrupt whoever that target might be. And we did see a swap up here with Shadowburn no longer playing on the Hanzo. He is now going to be the one taking over the mantle of the Reaper as he looks to get into the backline, try to isolate, bring down the enemy Zarya. Kai dies fairly close to his ultimate. Can they find the follow-up kills? Charges in now. Graviton Surge is there. Death Blossom available. They need just a couple more. Rib holds the line, but finally they will slay the Reinhardt.
Shadowburn getting 2 kills there towards the very end, still on the Death Blossom. Adam is not going to be able to stall this out, take it out on the wall, and FaZe. That was their final attempt. They had the ult advantage though, and they capitalized. Even though Shadowburn takes it out, FaZe will be getting this point. But here's the thing, is that C9 at least is going to be able to restabilize here in the hangar phase, so FaZe still really not out of this time pressure.
They're slightly cornered here and do want to retreat into the main interior of the hangar. See Shadowburn, meanwhile, looks like creeping up top of the shuttle. Does he find a good opening here? Could drop down at any moment. Doesn't have a nano boost to work with, though. Trying to find that clean pick and just sitting back in the meanwhile. Gonna Wraith form in towards enemy heroes. Backing away now. And it's gonna reset a little bit. But let's see where he goes.
Graviton comes in here from T9 Blair to fight, but Shadowburn finds his way to the back. No one's looking for that flank. Takes out one. Going for a second. Should be able to get the cleanup he's looking for here. You can't let a Reaper come in from that angle. T9 doing a good job of holding on regardless, but when 2Easy and Shadowburn are still up, things are going to be good here for FaZe as they roll it forward.
Well, Surefour continues to swap throughout this series. We've seen him on at least 4 heroes already. Now onto the McCree, one of his most comfortable and frequently played heroes over the lifetime of Overwatch, and now has access to the Deadeye. The setup could be the Earthshatter of Rib, who's, as you said, ZP, this man has been out of control all series long. 2 Earthshatters up. There's a nano boost on Raucus as well. The Shadowburn going to find an opening again.
Find out both of them just fighting off here on top, and he does find an opening. He takes down Shadowburn. Surefour already with a big boon here, the C9. 2Easy firing back though. Both teams down to key DPS.
Rib with the counter hammer smash, but what a timing by Factor Fiction. Just raises the shield, protects the team, and now they can look to move in. He's nano boosted, angry and out for some Russian blood. Wants a piece of Kai, hammering into him and almost bringing him down, though the shield is too much. Kai survives through the onslaught of a nano boosted Reinhardt in all his fury.
Still going to be pretty rough here for C9. They are outgunned. Kai tried to get back on. Going to get countered by that Graviton. FaZe breaking through the hangar relatively quickly. Have 2 minutes left here to bring it to last, and this is pretty good amount of time left to go for last. We'll have 4 or 5 attempts at this. C9 going to have to restabilize here in a moment. Kai, lucky for him, did not actually use Graviton last fight, so for C9, they're going to be looking for that Graviton to give them a little bit of stability, as the offense is still looking to build up his own.
Gonna be tough though, ZP, because there is a sound barrier to somewhat deal with this. Forsaken ready to go. Mendo could come in from behind potentially, also has the Death Blossom, and here we go.
Graviton is in for Kai. 3 people in there to start things off. They don't have to fall through immediately. Mendo is not there. Late nano boost into the fight. That's what he was waiting for. Goes right into the backline. Gets took by 2Easy, and he's taken out. So FaZe turning the tables. 2Easy with excellent Roadhog control right now. FaZe now might be on the way to what could be the final push.
Oh, Lucio, ever so difficult. Adam stalling that card as long as he possibly can. He crouches beneath it. Not going to happen. They continue to shove the shuttle forward. Closer and closer they get. Zombs threatening near the spawn. Doesn't actually have the Graviton Surge yet, but another pick by 2Easy. That could be the difference maker as Mendo tries to clear the area. His area gets completely shut down.
2Easy has been coming in huge right now for FaZe. Shadowburn looks for the cleanup. Death Blossom in, takes down 2. And it's going to be Surefour here in the back, just trying to delay his Tracer. Immediately taken out, and FaZe, with 51 seconds left, will be completing here on Gibraltar. And just a little bit more on that. 2Easy was winning matchups versus Surefour all game long, was being hyper consistent on his hooks. And we talked about the variability of FaZe, where FaZe, sometimes they have really good games, sometimes they have really bad games. 2Easy perhaps more variable than any other player in the game, but he definitely put on a show there. And that's what FaZe needs if they're going to beat C9.
Woo, that looked like it could have been a full hold. One more good fight, ZP, and they had it. And you have gotta like the fact that they were so willing to swap there down the stretch. Multiple swaps by Shadowburn and by 2Easy, making the difference, and just some really good teamwork. Also, lots of individual plays. Factor Fiction dropping the shield and then picking it back up right as Rib went in with the Earthshatter. If he doesn't shield in time, that push maybe slows down in the hangar. Maybe they don't even get out. So lots of little moments you can look back on where individual play made the difference.
Absolutely. And one thing I was a little bit surprised by C9, where it might have been a little bit more in their favor, is we already, looking back to that Lijiang game on Control Center, we know that Surefour has leveled up his Mei quite a bit in recent times, had a near perfect Mei game. I kind of, in retrospect, would have liked to have seen some man defense rather than the tank, because whether he was on Roadhog or Winston, Surefour was getting just outpicked by 2easy. Now, obviously, there's ways they could have played that where it might not have turned out that way, but I think that 2easy would have had a much more difficult time dealing with Surefour's Mei than dealing with his Winston or Roadhog, respectively. But either way, FaZe is going to be taking their turn here on the defense, and Shadowburn going to be up on that defensive Genji.
We're going to see Mendo potentially running the Hanzo out as well. And I mean, we talk a lot about Surefour's versatility, but Mendo has shown quite a bit of that as well. These two often, it's been interchangeable. You know, we've seen both of them on the McCree at different points. Even Mendo with a late swap on the Mei to try and stall as the cart came in on the final point. So let's see how much he can get done here as they will enter the map. Looks like it's going to be a fairly defensive and standard hold back near server room.
Mendo just going to be looking for those all-noted early pickups here on the Hanzo. Note that's not a double pick comp coming out here from C9. The rest of it being relatively standard. A lot on Mendo here to open the path. And look at this, Surefour getting his revenge, just walks up and gives 2easy early on in this. Normally it's the Hanzo starting things off with the bang, but Surefour might be a little bit mad here.
All of that set up by Mendo with a great sonic arrow to give him the vision he needed so he could go in for the ambush. Shadowburn, a lot expected of him here. Can he find the openings as Mendo just hides on the high ground? No contest from a Genji. Not often you see that. Waiting for the scatter arrow. Zombs immediately losing his defensive shield. Might go down here, and that could spell real trouble if so. Shadowburn still looking for openings. He is getting pretty close to the Dragon Blade as they try to keep tabs on him with the sonic arrow. But here we go, 2easy. He's rushing in. Nano boosted and angry as all hell.
Roadhog is in right now. Hasn't gotten any pickups just yet, but finds Surefour for the revenge kill. C9 still really takes the payload on the situation, but here comes Shadowburn. Late cleanup coming in on the Dragon Blade. Takes down Wolf, looking for more. Mendo able to stop it, so it's still a bit of a brawl, but C9 definitely losing this on the numbers right now. And we'll see if Mendo can pull this back, but it's going to be very rough.
Factor Fiction trying to stand strong on the card here. He gets vacuumed on top of it. This is going to be followed up by a Dragon Strike straight on top and into the hearts of FaZe. Can they stay on top? 2easy stalling. They do not want to give up this first point quite so early. Shadowburn rushing back in, drops the frantic scatter arrow, but Genji gets up quite a bit of damage, and now Forsaken re-arriving to the fight. Could be
Surefour coming in, laying the fight. Late death loss him, grabbing 3 right at the end. Oh my goodness, that was very, very close. It was Kai, Adam, and Mendo buying time versus that entire respawn wave. And it was enough for Surefour to get back into that fight, get nano boosted to clear things out. So good efforts by both sides, but C9 now not only getting through first, but now getting a little bit of positioning here on the upper part of the hangar as well.
Surefour holding the high ground for the time being. Does see Forsaken. They really want to dislodge him. Don't want him to be able to threaten a jump down from above. 2easy. Running by quickly. He can put a lot of pressure on this Reinhardt shield, force him to face awkward angles. Factor Fiction is struggling a bit to deal with this. He's just going to end up dropping down entirely.
Actually looking for the Kyocha right now. The Rib, Factor Fiction mind games going on. Zombie being very highly aggressive moving. It's going to get countered here a bit by Kai. So you have the tank battle going on the bottom. People looking for positioning up on top. Here comes the hammer from Rib to set things up.
Yeah, he takes a little nap, and Factor Fiction will come back up. Still has his own Earth Shatter. Not going to blow it. It looks like a hold without it. 2easy, finding 2 kills, and that is going to force the back. And
the thing there from Rib's hammer is that it was looking like it was going to be okay, but it turned out to be more of a panic Earth Shatter where he did knock down Factor Fiction, but was so low HP-wise that he wasn't going to be able to withstand and hold that on. So this is going to create an opening for FaZe where they will be able to reestablish defensively, and that's really good for hang on hanger, especially when they have the ult advantage they have right now.
Zom's looking for the setup here. Graviton Surge. Good placement. Is there going to be follow-up as he drops down on the low ground? Factor Fiction can look to join this one, charging in. And it looks like another pretty clean victory as far as the fight goes. Earth Shatter committed here, wants to bring down Rib again, and will lay into him with the hammer. He's established his dominance as the real Reinhardt for now. Shadowburn getting some garbage time cleanup kills, and this will force another offensive reset.
Take a look here at the offense. They will have, of course, nano boost in the death blossom for the next fight. Defense going to have sound barrier death blossom as well. So Shadowburn, the question is, will you be able to get drop in from a good position on the C9 here? Is Surefour going to be able to somehow go through? Right now he's just staying with his team, so C9 is going to go for the brute force approach here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Surefour moving right in.
Sneaking around from behind both. or rather, both Reapers do have access to the Death Blossom. Charging and the Nano Boost committed onto the Zarya. Surefour gonna snake in from below. Not sure if that's exactly what they intended. Meanwhile, Shadowbird hanging out on top of the shuttle is now going to drop down after committing his own Death Blossom. They still hold this card for now, but all 6 alive on both teams as they try to maintain control. It seems like the kill is slanting the way of the defense with Too Easy knocked down, but not finished off. Can start to work on the enemy Zarya. And again, another hold for Team FaZe.
It's pretty safe to say that was not the intent coming out there from C9. They were perfectly set up for Surefour there to put the Nano Boost on Surefour and have Surefour go in. Kai ends up getting it instead. Now they're not in as good a position. But speaking of Kai, it does have a Graviton Surge up at the very least. Not the easiest stage in the map to really get big Gravitons on, but Kai is going to have to do it. As C9 down to a minute 25 here, so they really need a strong play to get through and push FaZe off of this hangar.
See Surefour duking it out with Shadowbird. Gets a little help from Wolf, who will finish him off. Still looking for the opportunity to jump in. Can he combine with Kai? Is the question. Kai gonna let it go. He finds a good Graviton Surge and then coming in hot and heavy, but not enough. Too easy. There with the huge triple kill. McCree deny, completely dismantling this offensive push, and they committed big ultimates. CP, time is becoming a real issue here for Cloud9.
C9 down to a minute, and what a massive play that was for Too Easy. C9 very well would have taken that fight, but Too Easy was able to get to that backline, channel the Deadeye, and took out the fight when it mattered most. And now, looking at C9 here, they're going to have a sound barrier, but not a whole lot else. They're just going to have to pop it and go. Hope to get an early kill very early on. Surefour, of course, swapping to the Genji here, looking for the miracle, looking for an early Dragon Blade, but with Mendo taking out Forsaken early, the door is open. 2 kills here from C9. They haven't even used the sound barrier yet.
Surefour moving in. They also have the Kai Winston to work with. Now they're going to charge forward. They can get some real progress on the cart. They're dangerously close to overtime before this checkpoint, though. Getting to work, though. Surefour showing off that he, too, can play a pretty mean Genji. Can he find the kills? He's going to have a Swift Strike reset. Keeps on snowballing. Now into Forsaken. Almost has access to the Dragon Blade. It's going to be close down to the wire. We go. Factor Fiction could be the difference maker here. Has an Earth Shatter. Can he interrupt? Can he shut down Surefour? He gets the charge. He gets the kill. And still this cart moving forward. It is not quite over yet, but it seems like they just might be holding. Swinging that hammer on Adam. Desperately scrambling on the cart for all he's worth. Nano Boost now on the Winston as it's Kai starts to rush in. He's got a Primal Rage. He's going to start battering the bets. Get off my cart. Let me in, he says. But Shadowbird looking to slam the door here. Not going to make it too easy. And in the end, they will fail. They will fall short. And we've got a 1-1 series on our hands.
My goodness, FaZe able, the reinforcement mattered most. C9 could not have asked for a better opening to that fight. They started out on a 6v4 approach. However, it was FaZe able to back off just enough, give time for the respawns to come back in, and as a result, they were able to push C9 back, and it's too easy to play the match.
This was probably that ult shutdown on, it looks like it was. This could have been devastating, but Surefour got denied. And also worth mentioning, really nice Lucio ult to further negate the chance of that combo paying off.
And it wasn't just too easy on the McCree. His Roadhog play back on the FaZe attack was also very, very good. And again, FaZe is a different team when Too Easy has big games. The problem is he doesn't have them in every particular map that FaZe plays. He shows up big, disappears, shows up big again. But for FaZe, when you can have a game like that from Too Easy, to where Shadowburn doesn't have to do the bulk of lifting as a DPS player, it's very, very big for them.
All right, we got what we want in here, ZP. We have a game 3 on our hands. There's a shot of some green hot sauce on the line from FYM. Are you still feeling confident in your Cloud9 pick here down the stretch?
I'm still feeling pretty good.
Making you quiver a little bit?
No, I'm still feeling pretty good here. I mean, C9, they love Hollywood. It's almost become their signature map as of late. So overall, I think C9 still has a really good chance of taking this. But, you know, as mentioned, going all the way back to map 1, FaZe is variable where sometimes they do come out and have big games. I think I actually said that as a disclaimer going into Watchpoint Gibraltar, and Too Easy definitely proving that theorem true. So we'll have to see where everything lands here on Hollywood. But one thing I think that will go in C9's favor a little bit more is that Surefour has been having a very good May as of late. And
I was just thinking on Hollywood, it's a lot stronger.
Yes. So if Surefour comes out to May early on and gets the results he's looking for, I think it could be pretty good because, again, you can't ask for a better May game than what he had back on Lijiang.
Yeah, so we do have the quick pause here while we get Cloud9 into the lobby just to make sure we're on the correct server so the pings are a little bit more balanced between the teams. So Kai joining in, the whole squad immediately following suit, and I really think we will see the Surefour May, to be honest. Like, it's been so impactful in any kind of narrow choke point for this team.
This is the third time we've done the lobby reset, and we've become exceedingly efficient at it.
I'm sure at some point Blizzard is going to add the ability to just choose a server, at least for custom lobbies. But for now, this is a pretty good workaround, and the players have been very cooperative.
Absolutely, and big shout out to C9 for being cooperative here. C9 also could have taken the angle of like, no, just go on the default server, but they want things to be fair, balanced as well as they can be. And of course, for Shadowburn playing from Russia, if he had to go to over 200 ping, that's where Overwatch's netcode kind of has some issues. So.
Especially if you play, heroes that require such good aim, like whether it's Genji or, I mean, Reaper a little bit less, I guess, as you tend to be pretty close to your targets, but still just that little bit of timing can really make the difference if you're able to, wraith away or if you end up getting caught out. So, can be the difference maker. As it will be Cloud9 starting off on offense here. And Surefour already showing the Hanzo.
I feel like this can't be a thing from Shadowburn. I mean, it could be. It wouldn't be the first time. But I gotta imagine he's gonna swap. Yeah, okay. He's not going D.Va. He's going Genji. That would be
playing with our hearts.
That'd be a little bit strange. I mean, the only time I could think of really would want to go D.Va on defense in most cases would be if you thought there would be a Bastion in play, which, I mean, Surefour has been known to do, but not so much on Hollywood.
Don't mind me just vaulting myself all around the map. Shadowburn showing off some great Genji mechanics. We all know he has them, but I think equally importantly, we look at this defense from FaZe. They're not running a Mei, they're running too easy on the Hog, so he becomes the big story. Can he find that early hook, or will it be Surefour just getting free with the Hanzo and opening up the first point here for Cloud9?
Well, this goes back way into Overwatch lore and all the rest, but there was a time where Mendo and 2Easy had a very big rivalry with each other where they would just talk to each other in global chat the entire time, and I'm pretty happy to see them facing off right now on the same hero, on different sides, where I don't think we're going to get back to the good old days where they would blame each other in chat, but you got to think that they both really want to take each other out here, especially when they realize that they're both on Roadhog.
So we are going to see the Hog for 2Easy. Looking for openings. They hold a bit farther back. We've seen a lot of these more defensive holds as of late. That allows Surefour to get free and lower, just chipping away a bit, trying to give vision to the team. And Shadowburn, for the time being, just slowly working towards that Dragon Blade. But it's Zombs who will end up finding the first kill here for the defense. So that's going to make this push quite a bit more difficult.
Surefour down. This double pick comp loses half of their power. A lot more on the Mendo right now. Mendo has been whiffing those hooks. Hasn't been able to get what he's looking for. And Surefour, knowing that there's the Roadhog on the other team, will be going to the Reaper. You gotta think 2Easy is gonna be his #1 target.
Good hook on Factor Fiction, but can they actually finish him off? Doesn't look like it for the time being. Dragon Blade coming very soon. They're also have an Ana boost ready to go. This push could get completely shut down if they combo it properly. Will they get some sleep dart? Will they find a decent hook? He goes up into the sky and down he comes straight, of course, as always, onto the Ana, but he does get hooked. He gets slept as well. They nail him with both.
That was a great setup. The hook made the hit landing to sleep absolutely automatic, and Mendo now starting to land those hooks. Had a rough start, lands 2 in a row, and C9 applying all sorts of pressure now to this point. Graviton up here from Kai. Should be using it here in a moment. Throws it in. 3 people in that group hug. And the follow-up is there. Wolf and Kai just slaughtering the people in that vortex. And this should be first point here to C9.
Oh man, they just shut down Shadowburn ever so hard. 2Easy trying to stall this as long as possible. They're even going to throw Raucus in, but that won't matter. He's dropping as well, and Mendo just pounces forward. Very happy with what he's accomplished. Man, that Genji could have gone off, but not the case at all.
Well, when you get hooked into a sleep dart, it's a great setup. It worked out well, and C9 was able to contain the threat. And now, take a look at FaZe. They do have a little bit of switch up going in here. 2Easy liking to play the Cowboy here in the Wild West section of Hollywood, the Streets phase, where you can get a lot of value by just poking in from the top. But here's the thing, C9 has a lot of momentum in terms of the ults have built up. It's going to be very hard for FaZe to win this next fight. They need to get an early pickoff, and 2Easy looking for Surefour, not able to finish him off just yet. Surefour instead getting healed as Zarya's shield, going to force 2Easy right off.
Hey, that's not fair. I wanted a 1v1, but he doesn't get it in the end. Shadowburn lurking below, so Surefour will maintain high ground control, and he looks for the wraparound, still not dropping. The cart's moving just because of the threat of this Reaper, and now he gets Ana boosted, charging in into the Beyblade, spinning and winning so far, completely disorienting the enemy Reinhardt, eventually bringing him down. Surefour is going to open up this second point as they move freely through the rooftops.
So, just a note about that rivalry between Mendo and 2Easy. So 2Easy's actually highlighting it for me. I was going to do it anyways, but Mendo crouching repeatedly after killing 2Easy. You got to think he's feeling it right now. But 2Easy was very close to having a very decisive play with that pickoff on Cheer4 that almost was.
Zombs with a pretty big ultimate here. Do they have the follow-up? Mendo, he's caught within it, but he stands his ground for now. It looks like the offense getting derailed a bit. Shadowbird still with his Blossom available, but not going to opt to use it. 2Easy with the 3-hero shutdown.
2Easy with the immediate salty run back there. I'm surprised he didn't throw something out there, but he takes down Mendo, goes and takes out Cheer4 right after, takes down the big threats. Was set up very well, of course, by Zombs and Factor Fiction, but for FaZe, this is really important for them because now they have the power to actually hold on to this resource-wise, and they have good positioning. So C9 had a golden opportunity, kind of slipped away.
2Easy, finding the pickoffs again, and now a good flashbang onto Rib, dropping him low, finishing him off. They already lost their Ana, derailing the push, potentially, or at least trying to. Will have to be Mr. Kaikai to save the day. He does have access right now to the ultimate Graviton Surge. Anything to combo it with, it could be Cheer4 coming in and making the difference here. He moves into position, does have the Death Blossom, but gets shut down, and simultaneously it's Shadowburn helicoptering over the top, who will take the wheels off again. All of a sudden, the defense is tightening up.
So C9 definitely in a very rough spot here. They committed a lot of ultimates that they weren't able to get what they were looking for. FaZe still in a very good position, and I would say an X factor here is definitely been 2Easy. I mean, it started out a little bit rough with him getting pushed off the rooftop early on, but now he's been coming in the flank consistently, getting the kills he's needed to get. And you look at C9 right now, they don't really have anything that can dive in on him. They did switch Mendo to the McCree, so you might have some McCree v McCree action. But sure, that 2Easy has a lot of room to work with.
Rib is going to take over this high ground for his team. He could drop down with the hammer. At any moment, she's going to have to move fairly soon as the shield continues to be chipped on, waiting for their opening. Still holding really far back. 2Easy just waiting for that drop, ready to go with the Deadeye as Mendo has swapped over to the McCree. Still patiently just waiting for their opening. They're going to let the shield recharge. Still no drop down just yet, hoping for a pick here, but they're not getting it.
Deadeye coming up here from Mendo, going to be zoning out FaZe a little bit. C9 waiting for that magic moment, and here it goes. Cheer4 dropping right in. Helicopters to the backline, takes down 3. And Cheer4 off of that distraction from Mendo, doing a lot of work, but Factor Fiction not giving this up here just yet.
He's going to maybe try to hold, though. The rest of the team is respawning. I don't know if he can do it alone, but he may try to just hop on the card at the last second here. They're not quite to the point. He's going to poke his head out. He gets the Ana boost. He charges into the wall, but he still is going to get there, contesting right as the doors begin to open.
Unfortunately, the contesting was just a little bit late. Maybe if he didn't charge into the wall, he would have been able to get there before it hit. It was very close at any rate, but C9, they buy themselves extra time. They're going to have to do a few junk rushes here, though. You look at FaZe, they're completely stacked here. Shadowburn just camping up here over the top. Doesn't have a nano boost ready, but might not even need it. A lot of things that can take out C9 here, but one thing, Cheer4, if he's able to somehow kill Shadowburn here, this would be a massive pickoff.
All right, look for the combo. Drops down with the Reaper ult, but he gets dealt with as they do manage to get Adam's sound barrier off to try and turn this fight around. 2Easy, he'll have to be the main deeps, and he looks for it now, finding Rib, and now getting back onto the cart as they try to slow down Cloud9, and looks like they will be successful again, though they did commit a lot of ults for that.
I'm somewhat okay with that if I'm C9. You take a look at everything that FaZe used to win that fight. That's a productive fight for C9. And C9 right now, they are right by their spawn. They're able to immediately come back in. Kakai going to be looking for that ground sound. They could just strike right back here at FaZe.
Mendo just managed to find a pick off here to open things up a little bit, but Cheer4 dangerously low. Looking for the swift strike forward. He gets healed back up. Mendo finding the kills for the team, and now they charge in. 3 down, and this cart begins to move. They've got a minute to go. There should be at least one more contest with a sound barrier at the ready.
And Cheer4 has the dagger, both metaphorically and literally, has that Dragon Blade up and ready. Can just end FaZe right here. FaZe is going to come out here with the sound barrier. Cheer4 going to wait, and then that blade is going to come into play. C9 still 6 members, but no, and Shadowbird takes down the threat, and he's going to be striking right back at C9.
He still has his own Dragon Blade, not using it just yet, trying to hang on to it for the next fight if possible. Good to select timing. Now another Swift Strike in. Gets the kill there as well. Can isolate Rib, look to bring him down too, though he's only got 48 health, so has to be careful. And now Cloud9 in an awkward position with the cart almost there. A long walk back and only 25 seconds on the clock. They do swap over to the Mendo Winston.
All right, 20 seconds left. Last moment here from C9. It will be the Surefour show. If they're able to get through here, he will be getting that nano boost. He's going to have to go through Shadow Burn and a whole lot of power here on the FaZe side. Factor Fiction can shut down with the Earth Shatter, but here we go. The last fight underway.
Big pulse bug coming out. The follow-up's going to be there as Shadowburn looks to get to work. He does get stunned, held out of the fight for the time being, but at relatively healthy HP. And too easy. Cleaning up from the rear. He stays on the cart. Can Shadowburn get the kills he needs? Dodging away, looking for Adam. Can Swift strike in as he gets the reset. Finding the Lucio. Will bring him down. Back on the Mendo. Can he finish him too? Surefour. Up and around. Sneaking and just stalling as long as possible. They got to keep these bodies on the cart.
And for C9, it is quickly becoming a losing proposition. The respawns from the defense are coming in. Surefour is still alive, trying to make it happen. Didn't get as much off his early combo as he wanted, but he's making dividends here. 3 kills without the Dragon Blade, and the Dragon Blade has been built up. 4 kills here from Surefour, making it happen at the last moment. Buying time from C9, and LD, this might be happening.
They're pushing it through at the buzzer. It looks like a little bit too slow to get back on the cart. They won't touch it in time. Even with the Diva swap, Raucous just couldn't make it on the respawn. That was a tough push, but they do manage to shove that cart all the way.
FaZe had such a substantial advantage there for a very long time in that last fight. They had the better engagement. Surefour didn't get too much in the very beginning. Got 1 kill from the Nano Blade, but he stayed alive and was able to delay, and then towards the end got dash reset after dash reset, put up 3 kills, got the Dragon Blade, put on even more. So it might have been a slow start to that fight for Surefour, but he finished about as strong as anyone could ever ask for from their Genji.
Yeah, and against Shadowburn, that is certainly an impressive feat. We have seen there are multiple excellent Genji players in this series. We saw it earlier, even in the lower brackets, some really talented Genjis like Spirit earlier in the tournament. So I imagine much more Genji play does await us here. And perhaps that's why we're going to see Kai for now at least showing the Winston. One of the best ways to deal with Shadowburn is just to pull a Miro and never let him breathe.
Indeed, and I'm a little surprised to see Surefour here on the Reaper. I probably would have preferred the Mei, but I mean, again, they're looking for a punch here wherever they can get it, and they are running 3 tanks. So realistically, if you're only running 1 DPS, having just a Mei there would probably leave them a little bit light. They wouldn't be able to run the Zarya there as well, and I think they're running the Zarya here just to give Kai more support, so Kai can go that deep, do his best Miro impression, and keep Shadowburn on the back foot. But it does put a lot of pressure here on Surefour to perform.
All right, we are going to see the attack from FaZe. If they can push that card in before overtime, they're in great shape, ZP. But it really comes down to how quickly they can grab this first point. We've seen some instant takes, we've seen some long holds, but I think worth mentioning that no Surefour Mei, as you mentioned, and along with that, generally when teams run this comp, they don't really control the archway too aggressively. They tend to hold a lot farther back.
Indeed, and for C9 here, it's going to be curious to see how aggressive they are here. They don't have a Mei to really control things out, so it looks like they're going to let FaZe in. But with the running Winston, they should be able to get good cleavage. Look at Shadowburn going to the back, trying to get on the roof already, but it's Kai just jumping back, dealing with the problem. Shadowburn going to slide off here, but you got to think Kai's going to be in his face, just pushing him off repeatedly. Kai has his orders.
Yeah, stay on that stinking Genji. Don't let him get free. Shadowburn constantly looking for the openings. There's the first hook. Attempted at the Reinhardt shield. Not going to connect just yet as Winston takes to the skies once more. Shadowburn will end up going down with the help of Mendo. They deal with him. A very aggressive Genji. At the same time, a charge forward by Factor Fiction, who nearly has an Earth Shatter available. And potentially could open up this point on round 2. And there's the swap. No more Genji. It's Reaper time.
And I think Shadowburn actually could have stayed on the Genji there because Kai had died. He would have had a moment, but he was already swapping the Reaper in time. So here we go. We do have a nano boost in the backline. Shadowburn take down Surefour. Looking for a little bit more.
Hammer's getting dropped. Can he find the follow-up at about 3/5 health? Too easy. Now caught out on the point, and they cave in the defense. They do shove through pretty convincingly at that. Nice nano boost. Good Reinhardt Earth Shatter will open the path.
So working out there for FaZe, and it's going to be curious to see if Kai stays on the Winston here, given the switch up to the Reaper coming up from Shadowburn. I assume he's at least going to stay on for the Primal Rage, but after that, very well could swap up, could see multiple swap ups here from C9, but the problem is then Shadowburn can just go back to Genji, so could have a little bit of gaming going on between both teams in terms of who's playing what hero and when.
He's going to be looking for the pickoffs here. He gets to work with the whole hog, but he's doing it into a sound barrier. Can he find the kills? The Shirt 4 tries to flank him and bring him down. Has to run away in the end. He's very low, but holds a Death Blossom here. Gets held in position. Shadowbird slept up for the time being. Shirt 4 still alive and looking for openings as he re-engages onto Zombs. Can he find the kill? He will. And now spinning, looking for more. He gets hooked in by Too Easy, but says, sure, I'll kill you too, sir. And it's going to be roast pig for dinner, even a little Ana on top. Some big Reaper play. They will hold this
Reaper
card.
play, but it's also very much enabled by Wolf there. Wolf able to keep Sure4 up, landing good heal after good heal, as he was in the thick of things, which isn't always the easiest thing to do. Built up Nano Boost as sign of that. And even though Sure4 just had Death Blossom from the last fight, he's at 60% already. Could get a Nano Boost here from Wolf and might be going in again.
Here comes the Winston, meanwhile, working to try to isolate that. Ana, in the meanwhile, Shadowburn getting to work with his own Nano Boost, charging forward. He's going to turn back for his arch enemy. That would be the opposing Reaper of Sure4. Can he kill him off? There's the Winston ult, try to stall as long as possible for Kai rampaging to the skies, retreating out to safety. Will pounce down, but he will have to reset, and now the high ground can be claimed.
I think Kaikai's actually going to swap heroes here. He was staying on Winston for a while because of Primal Rage. Looks like he was going all the way back. Hard to say though, I think he might have just been healing up. We'll find out here in a second. Would have swapped by now if he was swapping. So he's going to stand that Winston right now. C9 going to try and reestablish him through the base. Omso opening up here with the Graviton.
Meanwhile,
Rip just staying in the back line.
Trying to protect the follow-up and prevent these other heroes from getting onto it. He will end up going down. Shadowbird, for the time being, looking for pickoffs, has the access now to the Death Blossom. Will he choose to use it? Wants to teabag. Sure4 jumps onto it, but Sure4 now going to be able to try and sidestep this. The Mei swap has come out and dropping the Blizzard. They do keep the cart moving forward, though.
I do like the Mei swap coming out here, but C9 has been very disorganized in the last few pushes. People have been going in while they've had other people way in the back line. They've just been a little bit off their center. And FAZE right now doing a good job of flank pressure. Kai going to go down early, gets caught out, and Shadowburn goes for the cleanup.
All right, Ana boosted Reaper on Reaper action, but he does get slept. Very well played by the Ana to shut him down, and that leaves Sure4 basically on an island here as he is trapped and will ultimately be finished off. Not able to get the job done. The cart pushes through. 3.5 minutes, CP. How quickly can they get this third point?
They can get through very quickly, but the defense can also reestablish here. This is one of the harder to push through areas in the game. FaZe doing a great job of keeping C9 off balance. Rip right now, a little bit too far up again. Gonna get picked off. C9 needs to stop doing this right now. They haven't really had a full 6-up in the last 2 to 3 minutes. They just need to breathe, calm down, go in as 6. I think finally that's what they're doing. Sure4 probably going to be looking for positioning over the top to come in for this, but because of all the deaths in the chain, FaZe has a golden window right now. They will not get a better opportunity in the LD to end this game than what they have right here.
All right, look for the Graviton Surge. He's going to let it go, and at the same time does get blocked away. Shadowburn trying to come over the top, work on Rib on the Reinhardt. Can he finish him off? Gets slammed down into the earth. He finds that first kill, but at the same time, Sure4 looking to strike back. He gets slept. They can focus him down, or at least keep him out of the fight. There's the barrier, still battling desperately over the cart. Now the Ana boost. This could be the nail in the coffin as they shove this cart forward, working on first the Zarya, now the Mei, but the stalling tactics of Mendo might be enough here to really delay this push. He's got the Blizzard too as well, and he stops it in its tracks, it looks like. They will be contested. No Blizzard drop, though. Does he even get back in time?
The question is, has C9 done enough on the stall? They dragged that fight out a very long time. They have ults coming up of their own. A full wave of respawns going in, but Shadowburn in the back line has Death Blossom up, gets the double kill, clean things up. C9 on their last legs right now. And it's going to be a Death Blossom from Shadowburn, cleaning up another 3. Mendo, last moment stalling here from Mei, but will it be enough?
Lurksum Forsaken now. He's going to go down. They don't have their Zarya in position. Payload pushes through. And that's a full 2-minute time beating here. Pretty convincing stuff from FaZe on that push.
And here's the troublesome part for C9. Because they used up every last moment of time, they don't get an extra minute to go for point A here. They get nothing. All they have to do now is play for the tiebreaker. So for C9, they cannot win Hollywood. This is a 2-minute opportunity for FaZe to take first. And if FaZe takes first, not only are they winning going to the grand finals, unfortunately, I'm having a shot of the green stuff because that was the hot sauce bet.
Yeah, it definitely feels like the teams are upping their game as the series goes along, and either way, someone's having hot sauce. We saw a lot of it down the stretch. Good stalling tactics there by Cloud9, but it just felt like they were getting picked off one by one a bit too much. That ult disadvantage really had built up over the course of the end of point 2 into point 3. So, like you said, 2 minutes to try and claim this point, and if they do, FaZe moving into the guaranteed top 2. And with that, a very likely chance to be first as well, as you only have to win the one best of 3, not 2.
Absolutely. So, 2 minutes left here. Take a look here at the defense of C9. I do like the swap up that's happening here. They ran the Winston the first time, didn't quite work out as well as they wanted. I mean, also they were afraid of the Genji, which did come out to begin with. Shadowburn is opening up here with the Reaper. So, at least for the first push, I think C9 definitely has a compositional advantage going in here if Surefour can land that wall early on.
All right, eyes on Surefour to see if he's able to isolate some heroes on the offense. They're hiding pretty far back. No wall being shown just yet. Just chipping away slowly. Meanwhile, on the offense, we might see a too easy hook attempted, but Rolf is onto him. Wise to his tricks as he continues to poke and prod quite a bit. Still no wall, really, and in fact does get slept for the time being. Too easy, still looking for the hook. Surefour okay. Up to 50% on the Blizzard. They need that stall. They cannot afford to give up any momentum on the point.
The problem is here for C9 is that even though running the Mei, they gave up a lot of good position here to FaZe. FaZe is definitely winning this fight here thus far. Bustling out C9, but Mendo able to win that Reaper v Reaper battle. Moving in once more to the back, has good support, coming in over the top. They're going to be pushing back FaZe, and they've won one of the 2 fights they need here, LD, to push this to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, now they've got the Blizzard. If it's not a wand fight, it's at least a very stalled fight. Might allow dead heroes to get back and turn something around, so they're in a much better position here. They also have a nano boost available for Rolf. That could allow Mendo to really pop off in this upcoming fight. As Surefour takes a lot of damage, but stays alive for now. Mendo still healed up, and he is powered up indeed. Blizzard committed. He's not dropping directly on the Blizzard. Instead, working on Shadowbird's Reaper. 4 dead. It's going to be a 5th here momentarily. Actually, all 6 have fallen. They have held, and they still have a big combo with Kaikai and Mendo. Both ults at the ready.
And yet, FaZe, they still have a last moment opportunity here. 22 seconds on the clock. These are tools that are highly valuable. They still could push through here. C9 fighting to stay here and force a tiebreaker. Groundhog comes in from Zom. Won't be enough.
Oh, meanwhile, Nano boosted Reaper about to get the Beyblade. He starts spinning, but he gets passed away. Still, he ends up getting kills, actually knocked towards additional targets. With that, FaZe claim the point, and it might well be the victory. Can anyone contest? It's a wipe. And it looks like this one is going to be capped.
And that is the importance of finishing out the map with as much time in your time bank as possible. If that was even 20 seconds less, FaZe probably isn't able to get through there, but they had just enough time, had the tools needed to take that last fight, and granted, C9 had tools there as well, it just wasn't quite enough, and FaZe is going to move on to the grand finals.
Man, that knockback at the end there, I think it helped Shadowbird get, at least 2 additional kills. A bit unfortunate. These 2 teams, though, they are very evenly matched CP.
Love that play of the game in Trev.
That's pretty dope. It was a really good stall, though, and they almost end up holding here. The early Blizzard definitely made the difference.
The interesting thing about this fight is that it was actually very close to being a win for FaZe. Surefour was poked down to about all of 13 HP. If you just gotten hit once by anything there, that's probably a very, very different fight because they needed the Blizzard to take that fight. So that just sort of goes to Razor's edge in Overwatch, where hero lives at 13 HP, able to heal, comes back in with a fight-winning play. All right, so that was LD stepping away for a second to grab the one and only bottle of FYM green sauce. It's coming up.
Yeah. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling like I've been down this path before. I'm hoping it's not quite as hot as the extra hot because yesterday was it was a little bit of pain.
All right. Well, how much pain? Oh my God.
Oh,
this is a little more liquid.
Yeah, I was gonna say this before. You're a little bit saved yesterday by the fact that you tried to take a shot of it and it doesn't actually all go down. But this is going to go down one way or another. I can't even say to Raynad this time because tempo is involved. But guys, bottoms up. Here's the FYM.
And of course, here is the FaZe as well. Congratulations to them, guaranteed top 2 in the Overwatch Route 66 Cup. How's it taste? That initial before the burn?
The taste before the burn is really good, and Now the burn is heading in, but it's a little bit more on the mild side. It's not as bad.
Okay, well, you had the extra hot yesterday.
I did have the extra hot yesterday, so my expectations have been tempered in some sort of fiery flames. But overall, I'm good. It's definitely a little bit spicy. Getting spicier, but actually really tastes good, man.
All right, well, a slow burn, a shadow burn, perhaps, as it sneaks in on you. Guys, if you do want to support FYM Hot Sauce, who are the ones that help make this event possible, you can check them out, BTS. .fymhotsauce.rocks. Use the code Root66, not Rote, to get a discount. So with that, we have Immortals versus Rise Nation coming up. Winner is then going to be playing Cloud9, and the winner of that will move on to FAZE. I'm LD. He's ZP. Don't actually seem to be in too much pain.
No, it's not too bad. I mean, it's one of those things where I definitely feel it, but it was more on the mild side. So, you know, if you want a little more mild kick on your hot sauce, something that adds some flavor without entirely burning your mouth, that's definitely some good stuff.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, it's Immortals versus Rise Nation. You're watching the Overwatch Route 66 Cup by Beyond the Summit. We'll be back.